हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज डे 2 है हमारा। इसमें हम पॉलिटी कवर करेंगे। इसमें यूपी के सभी एग्जाम्स के पीवाईक्यू का कंपाइलेशन है वन लाइनर फॉर्म में। इससे आपके एग्जाम में 70+ क्वेश्चन आएंगे। कल हमने हिस्ट्री कवर की थी। आपको मेरी प्लेलिस्ट में घटनाचक्र जीएस पॉइंटर भी मिलेगी, उससे आप ज़रूर रैपिड रिवीजन कर लिएगा। आइए स्टार्ट करते हैं। द सिस्टम ऑफ चैम्बर ऑफ प्रिंसेस विद 120 मेंबर वाज क्रिएटेड बाय द, तो ये हुआ था एक्ट ऑफ 1919 से। सुप्रीम कोर्ट एस्टैब्लिश हुआ था रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट 1773 से। एक्ट ऑफ ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ग्रांटेड 1 लाख फॉर एजुकेशन इन इंडिया फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, ये हुआ था चार्टर एक्ट 1813 से। एक्ट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम मेड इट पॉसिबल फॉर इंडियन टू टेक सम शेयर इन द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ देयर कंट्री, आंसर होगा इंडियन काउंसिल एक्ट 1861। इंडियन काउंसिल एबॉलिश बाय द एक्ट, आंसर होगा गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935। In the federation established by Government of India Act of 1935, residuary power दी गई थी गवर्नर जनरल को। The following act provided for a federal polity in India, आंसर होगा गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935। फेडरल सिस्टम और डायरकी एट द सेंटर इंट्रोड्यूस हुई थी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935 से। प्रोविजन फॉर द एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ऑफ ऑल इंडिया फेडरेशन, आंसर होगा गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935। Following act led to the separation of Burma from India. Answer होगा Government of India Act 1935. The following is not an important and permanent constituent in the constitutional history of India as adopted in the Government of India Act 1935. Answer: a written constitution for the country. The British Parliament passed the Indian Independence Act in answer July 1947. When was interim government formed under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru? Answer September 1946. Constituent Assembly of India was set up, आंसर होगा under the recommendation of Cabinet Mission. The member of the Constituent Assembly which drafted the Constitution of India were, आंसर होगा elected by the legislative assemblies of various provinces. The date of the last meeting of Constituent Assembly of India, answer 24 January 1950. Indian Constitution was adopted by Constituent Assembly on, answer होगा 26 November 1949. Constitution of India was enacted on 26 November 1949 by the answer Constituent Assembly. Who presided over the first meeting of Indian Constituent Assembly? Answer होगा Sachidanand Sinha. The first session of Constituent Assembly was held on answer 9 December 1946. President of the Constituent Assembly was answer Rajendra Prasad. Inaugural session of Constituent Assembly was presided by answer Sachidanand Sinha. कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली ने इंडियन फ्लैग को या नेशनल फ्लैग को अडॉप्ट किया था 22 जुलाई 1947 को। चेयरमैन ऑफ प्रोविंशियल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कमेटी थे सरदार पटेल। चेयरमैन ऑफ एडवाइजरी कमेटी ऑन फंडामेंटल राइट कौन थे? वल्लभ भाई पटेल। चेयरमैन ऑफ एडहॉक कमेटी ऑन नेशनल फ्लैग राजेंद्र प्रसाद। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एडवाइजर BN राव। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एडवाइजर ड्यूरिंग द ड्राफ्टिंग कमिटी BN राव. The number of members included in the Constitution Drafting Committee was answer 7. The following was not a member of drafting committee. So Jawaharlal Nehru. Constituent Assembly set up a drafting committee under the chairmanship of B.R. Ambedkar on answer होगा 29 August 1947. How much time the Constituent Assembly took to frame the Constitution of India? Answer 2 year, 11 month, 18 days. How many sessions of Indian Constituent Assembly were conducted for the formulation of Indian Constitution? Answer 11 sessions. Who said the Assembly was a Congress and the Congress was India? Answer Austin. First Law Minister of India was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कॉन्करेंट लिस्ट बोरो किया गया ऑस्ट्रेलिया से। कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ फंडामेंटल राइट यूएसए से। डीपीएसपी का कॉन्सेप्ट आयरलैंड से लिया गया है। इन गिविंग रिप्रेजेंटेशन टू टैलेंट एक्सपीरियंस एंड सर्विस इन द कॉम्पोजिशन ऑफ काउंसिल ऑफ स्टेट, द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकर ऑफ इंडिया वर इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय द एग्जांपल ऑफ आंसर आयरिश रिपब्लिक। डीपीएसपी आयरलैंड से लिया है। कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ फेडरेशन कनाडा से। कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ अ यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट इन द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज बीन ड्राइव फ्रॉम आंसर ब्रिटिश नॉर्थ अमेरिकन एक्ट। System of judicial review exists in both India and USA. Concept of fundamental duty लिया गया है रशिया से। Who has said it? I have not to beg pardon in connection with the allegation that in the draft of the Constitution, a major part of the Government of India Act 1935 has again been reproduced. Answer: Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Correct order of term mentioned in preamble is Sovereign Socialist Secular Democratic Republic. First women speaker in Lok Sabha, Meera Kumar. बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर का कॉन्सेप्ट किससे लिया गया है? इन द केस ऑफ केशवानंद भारती वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ केरला 1973. द फॉलोइंग इंट्रोड्यूस प्रियम्बल इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली, तो जवाहरलाल नेहरू। In the preamble of Indian Constitution, which justice is provided to all? Answer होगा social, economic and political justice. How many type of justice? Liberty, equality, fraternity. So three type of justice, five type of liberty, two type of equality and fraternity one. The following objective is not embodied in the preamble to the Constitution of India. Answer होगा economic liberty. How many type of liberty are mentioned in the preamble of Indian Constitution? Answer 5. The following liberty is not embodied in the preamble of Constitution. Answer economic liberty. The legal nature of the preamble of Constitution is answer it is not enforceable. The following word is not mentioned in the preamble of Constitution. Answer federal. Exact constitutional status of Indian Republic on 26 January 1950 was a sovereign democratic republic. These two words, secular and socialist, have been added to the preamble. कौन से अमेंडमेंट से 42nd अमेंडमेंट से वर्ड सेक्युलरिज्म 42nd अमेंडमेंट से ऐड हुआ एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ द टर्म सेक्युलर मीन्स देयर इज नो रिलीजन ऑफ द स्टेट इन इंडिया इन द वर्डिक्ट ऑफ विच केस सुप्रीम कोर्ट डिक्लेयर्ड फर्स्ट टाइम दैट preamble is not a part of constitution answer Berubari. In the following case Supreme Court held that preamble formed part of the constitution answer Bombay versus Union of India. Which part of Indian Constitution has been described as the soul of the Constitution? Answer the preamble. The following describe India as a secular state. Answer preamble of the Constitution. Article, schedule and part of the Constitution. Sixth schedule of the Indian Constitution is related to the administration of tribal area of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. इसको आप ATM मशीन से याद कर सकते हैं. As per Article 300 of the Constitution of India, the legal name of Government of India is answer the Union of India. The following article is related to the appointment of Finance Commission by the President of India. Answer Article 280. Under Article, the special provision has been made for Finance Bill. Answer Article 117. Annual Budget under Article 112. The following is correct about the heading of Article 162 of the Constitution. Answer Extension of the executive power of state. The following is not possible by law of Parliament under Article 3 of the Constitution. Answer Admission of a new state. Article related to the abolition of untouchability is Article 17. The Indian Constitution provision has been made for all minorities shall have the right to establish and administer educational institution. ये दिया गया Article 30 में. Which article of the Indian Constitution is related to the fundamental right against child exploitation? ये है Article 24. Which article of Indian Constitution prohibits child to work in any factory? Answer Article 24. The word Hindu in Article 25 of the Constitution of India does not include answer होगा Parsis. Under which article of Indian Constitution the Parliament can make laws on a state list subject for giving effect to international agreement? Answer होगा Article 253. The following does not fall within the purview of Article 21 of the Constitution. Answer capital punishment. The following article direct state government to organize village panchayat. Answer होगा Article 40. Article of the Constitution provide for the participation of worker. So participation of worker in the management of industry is given in Article 43A. Article of the Indian Constitution is related to the Indian foreign policy. Answer होगा Article 51. Article of the Constitution provide that speaker shall have and exercise a casting vote. तो casting vote दिया है Article 100 में. Ordinance President की power to promulgate ordinance दिया है Article 123 में. Money bill किसमें defined है under Article 110. Article of the Constitution permit the Supreme Court to review its own judgment. ये है Article 137. Procedure for creation of legislative council in a state. ये दिया है Article 169 में. The following cannot be dissolved but abolished. Answer होगा legislative council. Election Commission का article है Article 324. A resolution passed by Rajya Sabha under Article 249 of the Constitution empowering Parliament to legislate on state subject in national interest remain in force for a period answer होगा not exceeding 1 year. Article 249 of the Constitution deal with answer होगा legislative power of Parliament with respect to a matter in the state list. Article of the Indian Constitution, the Parliament can make laws on state list subject for giving effect to international agreement. Answer होगा Article 253. Article of the Constitution deals to provide necessary facilities by the state for the use of mother tongue in their primary education. Answer होगा Article 350A. Provision for the representation of Anglo-Indian community in the Lok Sabha has been made in the Constitution under answer होगा Article 331. A special provision under Article 371 of the Constitution has been made for the state. Answer होगा Maharashtra and Gujarat. Article of Indian Constitution provision has been made for all India services. Answer होगा Article 312. It has been mentioned under which article of the Constitution that without the proper litigation neither tax could be imposed nor collected. Answer होगा Article 265. Constitution can be amended under which article of the Constitution? Answer Article 368. President rule कौन से आर्टिकल में आता है? Article 356. इसको स्टेट इमरजेंसी भी बोलते हैं. Article of the Indian Constitution procedure established by law has been added. Answer होगा 21. The provision of 3 legislative list is found in which schedule? तो ये है 7 schedule. If a new state of Indian Union is to be created, which one of the following schedule of the Constitution must be amended? Answer first schedule. The following schedule of Indian Constitution lists the name of a state and their territories. Answer first schedule. In order to provide constitutional protection, state land reform are added to. Answer 9 schedule. एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ कौन सी शेड्यूल में आता है? 10 शेड्यूल में. 11 शेड्यूल है पंचायती राज के लिए. पंचायती राज या 11 शेड्यूल में कितने सब्जेक्ट हैं? 29 सब्जेक्ट. The 9th schedule was introduced in the Constitution of India during the Prime Ministership of Answer Jawaharlal Nehru. Criminal procedure concurrent list में है. The following is not included in the state list, तो obviously criminal procedure code वो concurrent में है. The following subject is not included in the union list, तो agriculture is a state subject. The following subject is not included in the state list, फिर वही आया criminal procedure. The following is not mentioned under union list of 7th schedule of Indian Constitution. आंसर होगा gas. कोयलो केस किस शेड्यूल से रिलेटेड है? 9 शेड्यूल से. Indian Constitution is divided into आंसर होगा 22 parts. Part 5 of the Constitution is not related with. Answer होगा executive of state. Part 16 या Article 330 to 342 is related to the reservation of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and House of People and representation of Anglo-Indian community है. Union state relationship has been mentioned in part of the Constitution. ये part 11 है. Part of the Constitution of India we find the provision relating to citizenship. तो ये part 2 है. Concept of three-layered panchayat is mentioned in part of our Constitution. तो आंसर होगा part 9. The following is not a constitutional provision for the formation of new state. तो आंसर होगा state may include a union territory. A bill for the purpose of creating a new state in India must be passed by आंसर होगा simple majority in parliament. The first state in India which was created on linguistic basis. Answer Andhra Pradesh. The recently merged union territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and the Mandiu came into existence from date 26 January 2020. Union territories in India is governed by आंसर होगा president. India is a quasi-federal state. किसने बोला है? KCVA ने. Article of the Indian Constitution are related to citizenship. तो Article 5 to Article 11 related to citizenship है. The following is competent of prescribed condition for acquisition of parliament. Answer Parliament. Acquisition of citizenship. Answer Parliament. Provision regarding citizenship have been provided in which part? तो ये part 2 में दिया है. Under Citizen Amendment Act 2015, the following Indian card holder is not authorized to register as immigrant citizen. So those Indian who migrated to Pakistan after partition. Part 3 on fundamental right of the Constitution is based upon. तो ये है Bill of Right of the USA. The following is not a part of Article 20 of the Constitution of India. Answer होगा prohibition against torture. Article of the Indian Constitution deal with fundamental right. आंसर है आर्टिकल 12 से आर्टिकल 35 तक. The following is not the sixth fundamental right provided by Constitution of India. The right to protest नहीं है. In the Indian Constitution, the right to equality is granted by 5 articles. ये आर्टिकल 14 से आर्टिकल 18 तक. Articles of the Constitution of India is related to equality before law. Answer होगा Article 14. Fundamental right may be suspended during emergency. The following pair of articles relating to the fundamental right cannot be suspended during the enforcement of emergency under Article 359 of the Indian Constitution. So Article 20 and Article 21. Fundamental rights are answer होगा justiciable. The following fundamental rights have been not provided to foreigner. Answer freedom of expression. The following fundamental right under the Constitution is guaranteed only to the citizen of India and not to foreigner living in India. Answer freedom of speech and expression. The following is considered as fundamental right of second generation. Answer right to education. Articles of Indian Constitution guarantees equality of opportunity to all citizens of India. in matters relating to public employment. Answer Article 16 Clause 1 and Article 16 Clause 2. The following is not a fundamental right. Answer equal pay for equal work. In Indian Constitution, right to freedom have been provided by four articles, which are Article 19 to Article 22. Article gives safeguard to the fundamental right of arrested person. Answer Article 22. Right to education to all the children between the age group of 6 to 14 years is answer a fundamental right. राइट टू एजुकेशन किससे इंक्लूड हुआ है 86 अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 2002 से. आर्टिकल 21A प्रोवाइड फ्री एंड कंपल्सरी एजुकेशन. एज लिमिट क्या है 6 to 14 years. The aim of Right to Education Act 2009 is to make education free and compulsory, and this is for the children who are up to the primary level. The following right was described by B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution. Answer होगा right to constitutional remedies. The custodian of the fundamental right is answer Supreme Court. Under the preventive detention, a person can be detained without trial for answer 3 months. At present in the Constitution of India, right to property is answer statutory right. The following is a statutory right but not the fundamental right. Answer right to property. An offence arising out of untouchability would not make out answer the accused and complainant victim belong to the same social group. For the enforcement of fundamental rights, which of the following is included in the definition of a state under Article 12? Answer होगा LIC, Life Insurance Corporation. The following is a state under Article 12 of the Constitution. Answer Delhi Stock Exchange. For the enforcement of fundamental right, not included in the word state. Answer Institute of Constitutional and Parliamentary Studies. Reservation of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in educational institution is governed by answer Article 15 Clause 4 of the Constitution. Fundamental duties were incorporated in the Constitution on the recommendation of Answer Swaran Singh Committee. How many fundamental duties are in Article 51A of the Constitution? Answer 11. Fundamental duties were incorporated in the Constitution of India, 42nd Constitutional Amendment. The following is not a fundamental duty to protect monument and place of national importance. Under the Constitution of India, which of the following is not a fundamental duty? Answer to vote in general election. The following is not a fundamental duty. Answer to protect monument and place of public importance. The following is not a part of fundamental duties under Indian Constitution. Answer to help in organizing village panchayat. The following is not provided in Part 4A fundamental duties of the Indian Constitution. Answer to respect our parents and teacher. The following is not a fundamental duty. Answer to protect monument. Protection of which one of the following is fundamental duty of Indian citizen? Answer national flag. Fundamental duties of Indian citizen are enumerated in ये है पार्ट 4 में पार्ट 4A of the constitution और पार्ट 4 में DPSP. It shall be the duty of the state to apply these principles in making laws. They are not enforceable by the court. ये किसके लिए है? Directive principle of state policy. The following provision is a part of both DPSP and fundamental duties. तो ये protection of environment. DPSP may be classified into which of the following part? इसके 3 part है socialist, liberal, intellectualist और Gandhian. Idea welfare state का दिया हुआ है DPSP में. The following is not the aim of the concept of DPSP. Answer to establish a religious state. The following, the provision for the protection and improvement of environment and safeguarding of forest and wildlife, ये दोनों में है DPSP में भी और fundamental duties में भी. The following DPSP was added after the implementation of Constitution. Answer होगा free legal aid. The following is included in the DPSP: equal pay for equal work for both men and women. The following is a DPSP. Answer Uniform Civil Code और ये Article 44 है. The following is a DPSP. The state shall endeavor to protect and improve the environment. The following is not a DPSP. Answer होगा right to information. Constitution is silent about which of the following DPSP? Answer adult education. The following is not DPSP. Free education for the children up to 14 years. In the Constitution of India, promotion of international peace and security. Answer होगा DPSP. The directive principle of state policy is a check which is paid on bank's convenience. ये किसने बोला था? केटी शाह ने. मनरेगा scheme was launched to implement which article? तो आंसर होगा आर्टिकल 43. Parliamentary system देखते हैं. The parliamentary form of government was first introduced in country. Answer Great Britain. The following is not correct regarding Indian political system. Answer होगा presidential form of government. The following point differentiate the Indian parliamentary system from the British parliamentary system. Answer judicial review. In a parliamentary system of government, answer legislature control executive. The following is not characteristic of Indian constitution. Answer presidential government. The union territories get representation in answer both house of parliament. सेंटर स्टेट रिलेशन देखते हैं सेंट्रल एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट गेट ऑथराइजेशन फ्रॉम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया द पार्ट एंड चैप्टर ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डील विद द लेजिस्लेटिव रिलेशन बिटवीन यूनियन एंड स्टेट आंसर पार्ट 11 एंड चैप्टर 1 डिवीजन ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पावर बिटवीन सेंटर एंड स्टेट ये दिया गया है 7 शेड्यूल में Constitution of India provide three articles for the division of power between center and state. Which of the two articles among given article regulate the distribution of power? Answer Article 245 and Article 246. In order to impose any international treaty at any part of India or whole India, Parliament could make any law without the consent of any state. The following is not a feature of zonal council. Answer it is a constitutional body. The following state is not the member of Western Zonal Council. Answer Rajasthan. The following is empowered to establish the interstate council. Answer President. On the recommendation of which commission interstate council was set up. Answer Sarkaria Commission. The source of formation of interstate council is answer constitutional provision. Article of the constitution interstate council is being constituted. Answer Article 263. The following is not related to center-state relationship. Answer Indrajit Gupta Commission. The recommendation of Sarkaria Commission relate to answer center-state relation. Member of Sarkaria Commission was answer Dr. S.R. Sen. Emergency provision देखते हैं. How many emergency are there in Constitution? 3 emergency. Financial emergency का article 360. Financial emergency कभी impose नहीं हुई है. The following is not the ground for proclamation of national emergency. Answer threat to internal peace. The following is the time limit for the ratification of emergency period by the parliament. Answer 1 month. A proclamation of emergency must be placed before the parliament for the approval. Answer within 1 month. President rule can be imposed for a maximum period of answer 3 years. The term of legislative assembly could be extended during emergency by the parliament. The following cannot be suspended or restricted even during national emergency. Answer right to life and personal liberty. Under Article 356 of the Constitution of India, President rule was imposed for the first time in answer Punjab. The following is included in Indian Parliament, President and both the houses. Parliament can legislate on a subject in the state list. Answer if the Rajya Sabha passes such resolution. A money bill passed by Lok Sabha is deemed to have been passed by Rajya Sabha also when no action is taken by the Rajya Sabha within 14 days. Parliament can amend the provision on official language of India under the constitution by answer a simple majority of its members who can legislate on the subject which are not included in any of the list of subjects. Answer Parliament. The power to withhold assent to a bill after it has been passed by the two houses of parliament by answer the president. The following is empowered to alter the boundaries of state under the constitution of India. Answer parliament. The following has executive power to form a new state. Answer parliament. The following is not correct in the matter of formation of new state. Answer. Such laws shall be deemed to be an amendment of the constitution for the purpose of Article 368. Sovereignty of Indian Parliament is restricted by answer judicial review. The following is not a collective privilege of the Member of Parliament. Answer freedom from attendance as a witness. The provision for the calling attention notices has restricted the scope of answer short duration discussion. The following motion, the Council of Ministers in India can move answer confidence motion. The following motion is related to union budget. Answer cut motion. 0 hour in the working of Indian Parliament means the time immediately following the question hour. 0 hour parliamentary system has been provided by country. Answer India. Time of 0 hour in Parliament is 12 noon to 1 p.m. The meaning of guillotine in parliamentary procedure is to stop the debate on the bill. Quorum कितना होता है लोकसभा और राज्यसभा का 1/10 होता है. Office of profit को decide करता है president और governor. Office of profit is defined by the Supreme Court. Minimum how many time is it necessary for the meeting of parliament to be held every year? Answer twice. The provision of a joint sitting ये दिया गया है आर्टिकल 108 में. Joint sitting of लोकसभा और राज्यसभा can take place to resolve deadlock over तो आंसर होगा ordinary legislation. When a bill is referred to a joint sitting of both the house, it has to be passed by तो simple majority होगी. The following preside over the joint session of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. तो आंसर होगा स्पीकर ऑफ लोक सभा. और कौन सबमिट करता है? प्रेसिडेंट. What will follow if a money bill is substantially amended by Rajya Sabha? Answer: the Lok Sabha may still proceed with the bill, accepting or not accepting the recommendation of Rajya Sabha. A bill is a money bill or not, ये कौन decide करता है? Speaker of Lok Sabha. The following is responsible for the establishment of contingency fund. Answer होगा legislature of any state. Article of Indian Constitution is related to contingency fund. आंसर होगा आर्टिकल 267. वोट एंड अकाउंट परमिट यूनियन गवर्नमेंट टू. आंसर होगा विड्रॉ मनी फ्रॉम द कंसोलिडेटेड फंड ऑफ इंडिया फॉर स्पेसिफिक पीरियड. President, Vice President. The following are not included in the Electoral College for the election of President of India. Answer: elected member of Legislative Council of the state. By the 70th Constitution Amendment, which of the following two union territories have the right to vote? Answer: Delhi and Puducherry. Indian president is an integral part of parliament because answer: he summoned the two house at the first, he addressed two house at the first session after each general election, he may dissolve Lok Sabha. The head of the delimitation commission constituted in March 2020. ये पुराना हो गया. The procedure for removal of president of India through the process of impeachment. Impeachment दिया आर्टिकल 61 में. President of India may be removed from his office by the process of impeachment और कौन से ground होगा? On the basis of which ground? Violation of the constitution. The President can be impeached on the ground of violating the Constitution by the two Houses of Parliament. Election to the office of President is conducted by answer होगा Election Commission of India. A member of Parliament of State Legislature can be elected as the President of India, but answer होगा he has to vacate the seat immediately after getting elected. In the absence of President of India, if Vice President is not available, then the following can act as the President. Answer: Chief Justice of India. At least how many days of prior notice is required for the impeachment of president? आंसर होगा 14 days. Impeachment दिया आर्टिकल 61 में. Vacant post of the president fill होने चाहिए within 6 months. The following is not appointed by President of India. आंसर होगा Speaker of Lok Sabha. Article of the Constitution vests the executive power of union in the president. Answer: Article 53. According to Article 53 of the Indian Constitution, the executive power of the Union shall be vested in answer the President. The Indian Constitution, President of India can withhold his assent to a bill passed by both the House of Parliament. Answer: Article 111. For the constitutional matter, who has the authority to consult the Supreme Court of India? Answer: President. The Indian Constitution empowers the President to consult Supreme Court. Answer: Article 143. The following has the constitutional power to declare any geographical area as a scheduled area. Answer: President. The constitutional authority vested with the power of declaring caste and tribe as a scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Answer: President of India. Constitution authorizes the President to make provision for discharge of duties of governor in extraordinary circumstances under the Article 160. The following is not a constitutional prerogative of President of India. Answer: returning a financial bill for reconsideration. How many members may be nominated by the President from Anglo-Indian community if he is of opinion that the community is not adequately represented? Answer: 2. The Constitution of India empowers the President to issue ordinances under answer Article 123. The power of President to issue ordinances is a relic of answer Government of India Act 1935. Power of President to grant pardon is a answer judicial power. Indian Constitution empowers the President of India to grant pardon under the answer Article 72. He represents the nation but does not lead the nation. This dictum applies on answer President. The following did not serve as a Vice President before assuming the office of President of India. Answer: Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. The Vice President of India is elected by the member of Electoral College comprising answer all the members of both Houses of Parliament. The resolution for removing the Vice President of India can be moved in the answer Rajya Sabha alone. The proposal relating to dismissal of Vice President can be presented in answer Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. The maximum representation from union territories to the Lok Sabha can be answer 20. After how many days of absence from Parliament without permission can an MP be disqualified? Answer: 60 days. Under the Constitution of India, the term of 5 years of the Lok Sabha can be extended once during national emergency of answer 1 year. The quorum to constitute a meeting of Lok Sabha is 1/10 of the total member. How many members can table the no confidence motion against the Council of Ministers? Answer 50 members. Money bill can be presented. Answer only in the Lok Sabha. The following is authorized to prorogue the session of the House of People. Answer President. The following stages general discussion on a bill take place in the Lok Sabha. Answer during second reading. The Speaker of Lok Sabha can be removed by answer resolution of Lok Sabha passed by majority of the member of the House. The Speaker of Lok Sabha addressed to resign from his office of answer Deputy Speaker of the Lok Sabha. The following preside the joint sitting of Parliament. Answer Speaker of the Lok Sabha. The function of pro tem speaker is to answer officiate as the speaker when the speaker is unlikely to elected. A pro tem speaker is generally appointed by answer one of the senior most member of the newly elected Lok Sabha. The Speaker of Lok Sabha makes use of his casting vote only answer in case of tie when votes are equally divided. The chairman of Public Account Committee was appointed by answer Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Article made this provision that the Council of State shall not be subject to dissolution. Answer Article 83. Rajya Sabha constituted for the first time in year. Answer 1952. Upper House of Indian Parliament Rajya Sabha held its first session on answer 13 May 1952. Officiating chairman of Rajya Sabha is answer Vice President. Chairman of which house is not its member? Answer Rajya Sabha. The following bill cannot be first introduced in Rajya Sabha. Answer Money Bill. The Council of State has exclusive power in relation to answer to recommend creation of new All India service. A resolution passed under clause 1 of Article 249 shall remain in force for a period not exceeding answer 1 year. The Prime Minister of India is responsible toward answer Lok Sabha. A person can remain a member of the Council of Ministers without being a member of Parliament for answer 6 months. The following is not a correct situation of status of Central Council of Ministers at the time of their resignation. Answer President rule will be imposed. The office of Deputy Prime Minister answer is an extra constitutional growth. The following statement is correct about Prime Minister of India. Prime Minister is the real head of the Council of Ministers. In India, which one among the following formulate the fiscal policy? Answer Ministry of Finance. The following term does not appear in the Constitution of India. Answer Budget. The chairman of Public Account Committee of Indian Parliament was nominated by answer Speaker of Lok Sabha. Tenure of the member of Estimate Committee is answer 1 year. Largest committee कौन सी है? Estimate Committee. लार्जेस्ट कमेटी एस्टिमेट कमेटी में सिर्फ लोकसभा के मेंबर होते हैं जो कि 30 होते हैं. मेंबर ऑफ स्टैंडिंग कमेटी ऑफ पार्लियामेंट आर टेकन फ्रॉम लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा इन रेशियो आंसर 2:1. Public Account Committee of Indian Parliament scrutinized the answer report of Comptroller Auditor General. The following must be approved by Public Account Committee before being submitted to Parliament. Answer Access Grant. The following attend the meeting of Public Account Committee of the Parliament. Answer Comptroller Auditor General. Report of Public Account Committee is presented in the answer Lok Sabha. The Consultative Committee of Member of Parliament for Railway Zone is constituted by answer Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. A parliamentary committee has not been set up. Answer Welfare of Minorities. Delhi has been made National Capital Region by amendment. कौन सा amendment है? 69th amendment. Concept of basic structure दिया गया था केशवानंद भारती वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ केरला 1973. First amendment to the constitution carried out in 1951 related to protection of agrarian reform in certain states. Which constitutional amendment act among the following provide for an authoritative text of the Constitution of India in Hindi language? Answer 58 Amendment Act. Which constitutional amendment increased the number of member of parliament from Lok Sabha to 545 from 525? Answer 31 Amendment. The following article was inserted by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment to provide for participation of worker in management. Answer Article 43A. The following constitutional amendment formally inducted Sikkim as a state in the Union of India. Answer 36. Constitutional amendment, the subject of education was transferred from state to the concurrent list. Answer 42nd. The authoritative text of the Indian Constitution in Hindi was authorized to be published by Constitutional Amendment. Answer 58 Amendment 1987. कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी का कौन सा अमेंडमेंट है? 97th अमेंडमेंट 2011. सोशलिस्ट सेक्युलर नेशनल यूनिटी इंटीग्रिटी ये सब 42nd अमेंडमेंट से ऐड हुए हैं. फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज बाय द सिटीजन वर एडेड, ये भी 42nd अमेंडमेंट से हुआ है. राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी एबॉलिश हुई है 44 अमेंडमेंट 1978 से, अकॉर्डिंग टू 84 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट, टिल विच ईयर द टोटल नंबर ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग सीट इन लोकसभा shall remain unaltered. Answer 2026. By which constitutional amendment the voting age was reduced from 21 years to 18 years. तो आंसर होगा 61st amendment 1989. Under the following constitutional amendment, 30% seat in the village panchayat have been reserved. तो ये 73rd amendment से हुई है. By the following constitutional amendment, Delhi has become national capital region. Answer 69th amendment. Delhi has been made national capital region by 69th amendment. 52nd amendment related है anti defection law से. Which constitutional amendment has limited the number of central minister to 15% of the total number of Lok Sabha? Answer 91. With which subject the 97th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2012 is concerned? तो ये cooperative societies से है. 79th Amendment of Indian Constitution किससे related है? Reservation of SC ST in the Lok Sabha और state assemblies. Right to education 86 amendment से add हुआ है. The Constitutional Amendment Act 104 is related to Article 334 OBC से. The following constitutional amendment, GST के लिए कौन सा amendment है? 101 amendment act. गवर्नर देखते हैं. गवर्नर ऑफ स्टेट इज अपॉइंटेड अंडर विच आर्टिकल? तो ये आर्टिकल 153 है. गवर्नर को कौन अपॉइंट करता है? प्रेसिडेंट करता है. And the same person is appointed as a governor of 2 or more state. The emolument and allowances payable to the governor shall be allocated among the state in such proportion as the president may by order determine. Indian Constitution empowers the governor to issue the ordinance under the आंसर होगा आर्टिकल 213. Ordinance under Article 213 है. Ordinance issued by the governor of any state should be necessarily approved by answer legislature of the state. Under which article of Indian Constitution governor has the power to pardon? Answer Article 161. The following constitute Finance Commission to review the financial condition of panchayat. Answer governor of the concerned state. The following state is an exception of Article 170 as a subject to the provision of composition of legislative assembly. A state shall consist of not less than 60 members. Answer Sikkim. According to Article 170 of Indian Constitution, the minimum and maximum number of members of legislative assembly of any state is 60 and 500. Minimum strength of council of minister including chief minister in the state can be answer 12. Quorum क्या होता है? 1/10 of the total member. Salary and allowances of the minister of the state government कौन determine करते हैं? Answer state legislature. Under the following article of Indian Constitution, provision of creation or abolition of legislative council is made. Answer Article 169. How many member of total number of how many member of the total number of member of legislative council are elected by the legislative assembly? Answer 1/3. The number of nominated member in the legislative council is 1/6 of the total strength. A state council can hold an ordinary ordinance up to a time period. Answer 4 months. The year in which two houses of Vidhan Mandal in Uttar Pradesh came into existence. Answer 1937. No money bill can be introduced in the legislative assembly of a state except on the recommendation of answer governor of state. तो स्पेशल प्रोविजन देखते हैं. टेन्योर ऑफ चीफ मिनिस्टर अब तो है ही नहीं. द फॉलोइंग स्टेट नॉमिनेट 2 वुमेन रिप्रेजेंटेशन, ये भी नहीं होगा. इसमें कुछ नहीं है, बस ये देखते हैं. आर्टिकल 1 एंड आर्टिकल 370 इज रिलेटेड टू जम्मू कश्मीर. आर्टिकल 371 बी असम के लिए है. 371 जे हैदराबाद के लिए और कर्नाटक के लिए. सुप्रीम कोर्ट स्टैब्लिशमेंट देखते हैं. रेजिग्नेशन लेटर बाय जज ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज एड्रेस टू आंसर द प्रेसिडेंट. फेडरल कोर्ट का बना 1937 में. कितने सुप्रीम कोर्ट जज हैं? 33 हैं. The Supreme Court of India consists of one Chief Justice and 33 other judges. Custodian of Constitution किसे बोलते हैं? Supreme Court को बोलते हैं. The following article make provision that the law declared by Supreme Court shall be binding on all court within the territory of India. Answer Article 141. Minimum number of judges of Supreme Court required for hearing any case ये 5 होगा. Supreme Court does hear the case in New Delhi but can also hear it any other place on the recommendation of President. After retirement, Supreme Court judge could practice नहीं, कहीं नहीं कर सकते practice से. A judge of the Supreme Court may resign his office writing a letter to the answer president. Salaries judges के determine करते हैं parliament. In order to settle the dispute between center and state, तो ये है original jurisdiction. All the dispute related to the interpretation of constitution could be taken to the Supreme Court. Answer appellate jurisdiction. The Constitution of India deals with appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in connection with constitutional cases under Answer Article 132, read with Article 134A. Advisory power of Supreme Court of India imply that it may answer advice to the President on the issue of law or fact which is of public importance. The following subject comes under the common jurisdiction of Supreme Court and High Court. Answer protection of fundamental rights. The Supreme Court of India is a court of record. It implies that all its decisions have evidentiary value and cannot be questioned by any court. The following court in India are known as a court of record. Answer the High Court and the Supreme Court. The power to increase the number of judges in the Supreme Court of India is vested in answer the Parliament. Under which law is it prescribed that all proceeding in the Supreme Court of India shall be in English language? Answer Article 348 of the Constitution of India. The Supreme Court of India enunciated the doctrine of basic structure of constitution in Answer Keshwanand Bharati case in 1973. In India, the power of judicial review is enjoyed by Answer Supreme Court and High Court. Chief Justice of India when PIL was introduced was P.N. Bhagwati. PIL has been introduced by judicial initiative. The following writ is issued during the pendency of proceeding as a prohibition. A writ which is issued by the judiciary and through which executive has been asked to perform under authorized power is called mandamus. When the Supreme Court issues a writ to a person or to an institution to perform its duty, answer mandamus. The following writ can be filed for the sake of personal liberty or freedom, answer habeas corpus. The Indian Constitution there is a provision for High Court for Union Territories, answer Article 241. The following has to decide finally if any question arises as to the age of Judge of High Court of the state, answer President of India after consultation with Chief Justice of India. The pension of retired High Court judge is charged from answer Consolidated Fund of India. Acting judges are appointed in answer High Court. Four northeastern states who share a common high court at Guwahati are answer Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. Largest number of benches answer Guwahati High Court. High Court of Bombay, Madras and Calcutta established in answer 1861. The following writ can be issued by a High Court to secure liberty of individual. Answer habeas corpus. The following is not the main jurisdiction of High Court of State. Answer advisory jurisdiction. The district and session both judge work directly under the control of answer High Court of the state. The following writ examine the functioning of subordinate court. Answer statutory. Under the Constitution of India, administrative tribunal are related with answer Article 323A. Attorney General. The following hold his/her office during pleasure of President. Answer Attorney General of India. The following is legal advisor to the state government. Answer Advocate General. All election to Panchayat are conducted by answer State Election Commission. The Panchayat Extension to Schedule Area Act passed by Indian Parliament in 1996. National Panchayati Raj Day in India is celebrated on 24 April. Part of Constitution has a provision of Panchayati Raj is 9. Panchayat Raj system was adapted to decentralize the power of democracy. The third tier added to the Indian federal system in 1992. Three-stage system of Panchayati Raj, 73rd constitutional amendment include as a Gram Panchayat, Kshetra Panchayat or Zilla Panchayat. If a panchayat is dissolved, elections are to be held within answer 6 months. The minimum population below which at the intermediate level the panchayat are not constituted as per provision of the Indian Constitution answer 20 lakh. Decision to hold panchayati election under constitutional provision is taken by as a state government. The superintendence, direction and control of all election to the panchayat are vested in as a state election commission. The part of the constitution has the provision for panchayati raj system. Answer 9. The following is authorized to make provision with respect to the composition of panchayat as the legislature of state. How many items in 12th schedule of Indian constitution are given? तो 18 है municipalities के. Reservation of seat in panchayat election for scheduled caste shall not apply to the state of answer Arunachal Pradesh. The number of seats reserved for women in panchayat raj institution is 1/3. The following is related to the theme of grassroots democracy, panchayati raj system. Nyay panchayat in panchayati raj have no power of awarding imprisonment except in the state of answer Bihar. The following is not concerned with the panchayat. Answer the Constitution 74th Amendment Act. The tenure of every panchayat in India is 5 years from the scheduled date of his first meeting. The state election commissioner for the election of panchayat would be appointed by as the governor of the state. In India, the first municipal corporation was set up in place as a Madras. The member of Panchayati Samiti are also indirectly elected by the member of village panchayat. In Panchayati Raj system, the Panchayat Samiti is constituted at as a block level. The following taxes is levied by the Gram Panchayat as a tax on local. The architect of Panchayati Raj बोलते हैं B.R. Mehta. The following committee recommended for according to a constitutional position to the 1996 में. The election commission was converted into 3-member commission in 1989. The following function is not related to election commission to make provision with respect to election in legislature. While deciding any question relating to the disqualification of member of parliament, the president shall obtain the opinion of as the election commission of India, who decide dispute regarding disqualification of member of parliament as the president in consultation with election commission. The election commissioner can be removed by as the president on the recommendation of chief election commissioner. Dinesh Goswami committee was concerned with as electoral reform. Chairman of the first Finance Commission, Answer Shri K.C. Yogi. Finance Commission is constituted after every 5 years. The primary duty of Finance Commission is to give recommendation on distribution of tax revenue between union and state. The following is responsible for revenue sharing between state government, local government, Answer State Finance Commission. The State Finance Commission is a constitutional body. Audit report of Comptroller Auditor General is examined by as a Public Account Committee. Office of Comptroller Auditor General was created by the Constitution. Comptroller Auditor General have been appointed by the President. He can be removed from his post on the recommendation of both the House of Parliament. The accounting separated from auditing and Comptroller Auditor General task only remain confined to auditing the government account in the year answer 1976. Who is called the guardian of public purse? Answer Comptroller Auditor General. The audit report of Comptroller Auditor General is examined by Public Account Committee. Ultimate responsibilities of taking due action on the comment of the Comptroller Auditor General vest with answer Parliament. Union Public Service Commission submits its annual report to answer President. Joint Public Service Commission for 2 or more state can be established by Parliament if requested by concerned state. The function of State Public Service Commission of UP can be extended by answer Uttar Pradesh State Legislature. A member of a State Public Service Commission may be removed by answer the President after the inquiry conducted by the Supreme Court. The member of UPSC before completion of their term of office removed by President on the recommendation of Supreme Court. नेशनल कमीशन फॉर शेड्यूल कास्ट का आर्टिकल है 338 और शेड्यूल ट्राइब का है 338A। 6 शेड्यूल में कहाँ का एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आता है? मेघालय, त्रिपुरा, मिजोरम। Provision of 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution are applicable in answer Tripura. Miscellaneous देख लेते हैं. State with schedule area need to constitute a president of India notify schedule area tribal advisory council. The Constitution of India initially permitted the use of English language for 15 years for all official purpose. The National Disaster Management Division in India is the nodal division और इसके chairman है Prime Minister. The following can be the chairman of NHRC, a retired Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. NFSA, National Food Security Act, came into force from 2013. Environment Protection Act 1986 में आया. The following is the oldest and most important committee of Indian Parliament. Answer Public Account Committee. PC होता committee ये civil services reform की है. It was constituted in the year 2004. तो थैंक यू एवरीवन. प्लीज़ मेरी प्लेलिस्ट को ज़रूर एक बार चेक करिएगा क्योंकि उसमें बहुत अच्छे मैंने जीएस पॉइंटर पढ़ाया है और उससे आपका काफ़ी अच्छा रिवीजन हो जाएगा. थैंक यू सो मच.